Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. The impeachment of Philip Shaibu, the former deputy governor of Edo State, has once again reinforced the fact that there is a political fight in which it is almost impossible for a deputy governor or vice president to win under the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Philip Shaibu, as you all know, has been impeached as the deputy governor of Edo State. And his impeachment, to be frank, did not come as a surprise to many Nigerians. This is because our democracy is just a democracy that favors the strong over the weak. So it is expected that the system will work in favor of Godwin Obaseki, the governor, because that's how it works in Nigeria. Nigeria has never been a very fair country, no matter how you look at this country. It has never been fair. Nigeria is known for its perpetuation of injustice. The history of Nigeria is full of injustice and unsettled grievances. It is common in Nigeria for the weak to be suppressed and for the strong to triumph. So the law, the constitution, that's supposed to be the last hope of the common man through the judiciary, has failed Nigerians, especially those who are not strong, who are not politically connected, who are not in power. What was the offense of Philip Shaibu? They impeached him according to the panel that was set up by the state chief judge. He was found guilty of revealing government secrets. And what was this government secret? We don't know, but they said it was an affidavit he swore in a court filing in Abuja, where he perhaps submitted resolution of the Federal State Executive Council meeting. Now they say that is an official secret that he revealed. So they now classify it as a misconduct. You know that for you to be impeached as a president or governor, they have to prove that you have committed an act of misconduct. So they consider that leaking of the State Executive Council meeting in the court filing he made in Abuja as an act of misconduct. But all these things wouldn't have mattered if Philip Shaibu did not declare ambition to become the governor of Edo State after being governor for almost 8 years now. After being deputy governor for almost 8 years now, he wanted to be a governor. But the governor himself, the incumbent governor Godwin Obaseki, doesn't want him to succeed him. And Philip Shaibu now embarked on a battle that he ought to have known ab initio that he cannot win. The battle to upstage his principal, the governor. It's a difficult battle that very few, if any, have been able to succeed in doing, outwitting their governor to emerge on top. It's a difficult job for deputy governors. The only deputy governor who was able to maneuver his way and achieve a triumph over his governor, who doesn't want him to succeed him, was a deputy governor that had support as the presidency in Abuja. In this case, I'm talking about David Umahi, the former governor of Edo State, and now the Minister of Works of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Dave Umahi, as deputy governor to Martin Selechi of Ebonyi State, when Martin Selechi was governor. Martin Selechi never wanted Dave Umahi to succeed him. But Umahi was able to do whatever he did to convince Abuja. Then Jonathan was the president, and the wife of Jonathan, Patience Jonathan, was a powerful first lady. Somehow, Umahi got to the level that he gained the trust of the Jonathans. So while Amate Saleh Elechi was trying to stop Umahi from succeeding him, Abuja was solidly behind Umahi. That was a rare case. If you don't have somebody higher like that at the Abuja to help you as a deputy governor, you cannot fight a governor and succeed, and also in the same party. That is it. In fact, the thing was that Umahi became so powerful because of the support he had in Abuja, that the person that Elechi wanted to succeed him had to go to another political party. He had to leave PDP to go to another party to contest for governor. Can you imagine that? But that's the reality. It's not a common thing. The history, the contemporary political history of Nigeria is littered with deputy governors who have been consumed by their own ambition. Sometimes even the deputy governors they are not even interested in succeeding their boss. But if there is any hint, look at Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu impeached about 3 deputy governors. Ojo Zokali impeached about 3 deputy governors. So these are people who were intolerant of any rising profile of their deputy to the level that the deputy governor could be equated to them in terms of succeeding them. So it's one of the tragedies of Nigerian politics that the deputy governors are not assigned any role by the Constitution, and that the deputy governors function almost at the mercy of the governor. That is why you can see that Philip Shaibu was easily shoved aside, because there was no Abuja backing Philip Shaibu, unlike Umahi in Ebonyi State. Shuaibu was on his own. He was on his own. No backup. And that is typical of several deputy governors that have been removed from office by their principals. And you look at the political history of Nigeria since 1999, especially contemporary history of Nigeria, you see that many governors do not support their deputy governors to succeed them for whatever reason. Because I'm still trying to wrap my head around about it. Why deputy governors are not allowed by their principals to succeed them. Only in a very rare occasions, like what will happen in Kano, when Rabi Musa Kwankwaso put his deputy governor to succeed him. It's not often the case. It's not often the case. There's always this cat and mouse relationship between deputy governors and the governors. But that's largely also due to lack of assignment given to the deputy governor by the constitution to perform. That's why some people have described the deputy governor and the vice president as just a spare tire. You can see in the states, in some states, just to keep the deputy governor busy, some deputy governors have been assigned commissionership position because they are literally doing nothing. Even the chief of staff to the governor is more powerful than the deputy governor in running of most of the states in Nigeria today. The secretary to the state government does more than even the deputy governor. So even financially, the deputy governor is not in a position to be financially empowered to even challenge a governor in terms of wanting to run against him or to succeed him. So when Philip Shaibu embarked on this journey, he ought to have known that he cannot win. There is no way he can win without a backup in Abuja. But that is also a sad commentary on our democracy, because there is nothing wrong in a deputy governor wanting to succeed his principal. As a citizen of the state, as an indigenous of the state, as a citizen of Nigeria, the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999, as amended, gave every Nigerian the right, fundamental human right, to vote and be voted for in an election, to seek any political office in the country. So Philip Shaibu has a desire to be the governor of the state. Nobody has a right to punish him because of that. I know that Philip Shaibu himself did not read the atmosphere very well. I don't know why he was too grandstanding so much. For instance, I know that in Edo State, everybody seems to have agreed that Edo Central has never produced governor of that state. And there was a consensus that the next governor of Edo State should come from the Central. Philip Shaibu is from Edo North or thereabout. Edo North has produced Oshomole for 8 years. It was even unfair that Edo North was allowed to produce deputy governor short immediately after Oshomole left. Which was unfair, as far as I can see it. So Philip Shaibu was deputy governor for about 8 years. And people are talking about that for fairness, justice, and equity, that the Edo Central should produce governor. And Philip Shaibu, who is from the north, is insisting that he wants to be the next governor of the state. And the governor himself, Obaseki, did the right thing by nominating a candidate from Edo Central, by facilitating the nomination of a PDP candidate from Edo Central. And the APC did the same thing, they nominated from the Edo Central, which means there is a general consensus that there should be a governor from Edo Central. Now that ought to have told Philip Shaibu to mellow down, because what he was looking for is against justice, fairness, and equity. But you know, he had been on TV trying to argue about there's nothing like zoning and all kinds of, whenever people, when you favor people to dismiss zoning as immaterial, they will do that. So that's one of the reasons I picked hole with Philip Shaibu's fight. It wasn't it wasn't a just fight. It wasn't a just fight. Because that position ought to have gone to Edo Central, and he is from Edo North. And their zone has produced Oshomole for 8 years and produced Philip Shaibu as deputy governor for almost 8 years. So why must Edo North again produce a governor in 2024? Who does that? That ought to have taught Philip Shaibu to allow sleeping dog to lie. Today he would not have been impeached, but he stubbornly insisted that he must contest the PDP ticket, and even went ahead to claim that he's the one that won it. Today he's paying the political price, the price that most deputy governors pay when they challenge their principal for a fight. Now, that is not only applicable to deputy governors, even vice presidents. Is in Nigeria, presidents often do not want their vice to succeed them, just like the governors don't want their deputy governors to succeed them. And I don't know the reason why for this. If you look at America, where we copy the presidential system of government, when Bill Clinton was, after his 8 years, he was about to leave. Bill Clinton, the vice president of America under Clinton, Al Gore, Bill Clinton supported him wholeheartedly to succeed him. Unfortunately, Al Gore was defeated by George Bush over the Florida debacle at that time, where there was allegation of rigging of votes in Florida and others. But everybody could see it that Clinton wanted Al Gore, his vice president, to succeed him. The same thing is also applicable to Barack Obama. Barack Obama wanted his vice president, Joe Biden, to succeed him. But Joe Biden rejected the offer because he just lost his son that was in the military of cancer. So he was devastated and was not in the mood to go ahead. So you can see that the right of first refusal is always given to the vice in America, to the vice president. So it was when Biden rejected the offer because he was still grieving at that time over the loss of his son, that Hillary Clinton now took the ticket and was eventually defeated by Donald Trump in the 2016 election. That is America, where we borrow this presidential system of government. But look at Obasanjo. Obasanjo worked to ensure that Atiku never succeeded him, because Atiku displayed his over-ambition at the initial stage. Obasanjo gave Atiku Abubakar as his vice president free hand to run so many things, until Obasanjo discovered that this man is not even wishing him well. In fact, Atiku Abubakar allegedly began to campaign that Obasanjo should only do one term, that Obasanjo should do like Nelson Mandela and do only one term and leave the scene, so that he, Atiku Abubakar, will become the next president of Nigeria. It was alleged that Atiku Abubakar, because of his influence on PDP governors at the time, began to undermine Obasanjo. At the end of the day, their fight became open. It got to the level that Obasanjo literally ran Atiku Abubakar out of the party. Atiku had to go and meet Bola Ahmed Tinubu's, and they joined Tinubu's small party to contest the 2007 presidential election. It was a fight, needless fight that Atiku picked and that he lost. And he is still bearing the consequences of that his action to this day. He picked a fight with Obasanjo. And it ended badly for him. Even if you look at before Yar'Adua died, the relationship between Goodluck Jonathan, who was the vice president, and the president Yar'Adua was not that good. There was a book written by Olusegun Adeniyi after Yar'Adua died. I've forgotten the title of that. But in that book, Olusegun Adeniyi, a columnist with This Day newspaper and former spokesperson for Yar'Adua presidency, was narrating some of the things that happened when Yar'Adua was sick. Jonathan was not even in the know. So there was this story about how somebody came and asked Patience Jonathan how about her husband. He said, the man is there where you kept him, where he's reading newspaper. It means that the vice president was literally neglected. In fact, there were rumors that time that the Delta State governor, Ibori, was even more powerful, much more regarded at the presidency than that Goodluck Jonathan, who was the vice president. If Yar'Adua had not died of his sickness, many people believe that there would have been an issue between Jonathan and Yar'Adua. Because, in fact, some we are saying that if Yar'Adua had stayed to contest a second term, perhaps he might have shoved aside Jonathan and picked Ibori as his vice president. That is how presidents and governors treat their deputies and vice presidents in this country. But in the case of Jonathan, being a perfect gentleman, he didn't pick a fight with Yar'Adua. But everybody could see from the narrative coming out from the presidency that he wasn't treated right. When Yar'Adua was sick, they didn't tell him nothing. And it was because of that disregard. That was why, even for them, for Jonathan to be proclaimed the acting president was an issue. Some vested interest never wanted Jonathan to be the acting president, even though it had become obvious that Yar'Adua had become incapacitated. He cannot perform the function of the president. That is how badly vice presidents are treated. And when presidents are about to leave office, they try to work against their vice succeeding them. I don't know whether it is because they don't treat their vice very well, so they know that their vice are likely to reverse some of the things they did out of anger towards what they did to them. I don't know. But that is the Nigerian situation. That is the Nigerian situation. Now look at the case of Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari was singing the praises of Professor Yemi Osimanjo, his vice president. But behind the scene, Muhammadu Buhari was working for the former Senate president to be his successor instead of Yemi Osinbajo. He was working for the former Senate president to succeed him. First Senate president who was from Edo State, Ahmad Lawal. They were plotting. Only that Bola Ahmed Tinubu and co were able to outsmart them. Buhari was part of the plot with Abdullahi Adamu, the then national chairman of the party, to maneuver Ahmad Lawal instead of working for the vice president that he had been praising for being loyal to succeed him. Buhari didn't do anything to favor his vice president. You know, when all these people were talking about that you saw at that time, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the candidate as an aspirant then, they were all talking about that they will build on the foundation laid by Buhari, that they will continue where Buhari stopped. Now, if truly Buhari is interested in sustenance of his legacy, common sense dictated that he should have supported Vice President Yemi Osinbajo and do everything within his power, being the leader of the party, being the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He could have been able to maneuver the system to work in favor of Osinbajo, but he threw Osinbajo under the bus. Look at somebody like Obasanjo. When Obasanjo made sure that his deputy would not succeed him, that's Atiku Abubakar, his vice president, Atiku Abubakar, you can see he put his all to ensure that Yar'Adua, his hand-picked successor, emerged the president of Nigeria. So in all, what I'm saying in this is that if you are a deputy governor, if you're a vice president, do not pick a fight you cannot win. The constitution is not in your favor. You cannot pick a fight against your principal and succeed. That is a lesson that Philip Shaibu failed to learn. It is a lesson that Atiku Abubakar failed to learn. And it is a lesson that will continue to consume deputy governors and vice presidents anytime they repeat what Philip Shaibu and Atiku Abubakar did. That's my take on this matter. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.